Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today on Black Licorice, episode number 43, we're looking not at this black, chewy candy that we usually do, but at some mints in this tiny little tin called Barkleys, Tastefully Intense Mints. So this will be a pretty short one since they're just little white powdery mints that probably aren't going to have a mouthfeel like we talk about, or chewy, or stick to the teeth, or things like that to discuss. It'll mostly be taste. And before we get into all that, let me get you to like this video, leave comments and questions down below, subscribe to the channel, and click on that bell to get notified. Share this video with friends that might be interested, or with enemies, depending on their taste for black licorice. So this candy today isn't black, but it tastes like black licorice because of the anise oil. So this tiny little tin has some tiny little mints. And it's all gooey around the top here. And it's got paper wrapper, but they're just little powdery white mints. So I will dump out a few so you can see the size. And they are not coated with anything, but powdery. Maybe chalky would be a good description, like Tums or Rolaids or something. Like a pressed together powder that still has some powder on the outside. Ew, and there's a gummy edge here that I don't like at all. So I've got a few out here to taste, and I will close it back up, and I will show lots of pictures because I'm sure you can't see this thing at all. So, well, from the smell, there's kind of a sweetness and an anise aroma. There's a sweetness from something, I'm not sure. Sugar is not all that volatile and doesn't give much odor, but you certainly get a sense of sweetness when you smell a lot of things. And this smells sweet, and it's a modest anise aroma. It's not overpowering, doesn't knock you out. So I think they've done their formulation well. So there's no logo, no impressions, no printing, nothing much of interest on the little disc or tablet. So let's taste. Okay. It's way stronger on the flavor than it is on the aroma. And let's see, the ingredients are very sparse. Sugar, sorbitol, natural aniseed flavor, maltodextrin, and magnesium salts of fatty acids. So I think it's a formulation just for the texture or stability of the tablet there, and the anise oil comes through pretty strongly. And there's not much other flavor. It's sweet and it's anisey. So if you want a mint or a breath mint or something with a nice flavor that will keep your mouth and breath smelling like this, maybe you want to ward off licorice haters. I don't know, but licorice lovers would like this flavor, like this aroma, like the overall effect, but you don't get to chew on much. So it's a pretty good punch of licorice flavor for a small little tablet. Very little complexity. It's just sweet and anise. I'm not getting any bitterness. Doesn't claim any licorice extract. In fact, they don't say licorice or licorice anywhere on the tin. And this is a product of Germany. It says manufactured for Tuttle and Company. And it's got a website and got all the US labeling requirements here. So I'll have pictures of those things all over this old tin. And I got it on Amazon. I don't remember the price, but I'll put it on the screen. But this would be a good thing for a licorice lover to have around, or a little stocking stuffer, or something to give to people that you know like licorice. I'm gonna start crunching now, if you can't tell. Yeah, it just falls apart like a sugary candy thing would, like the end of a sweet tart. So I'll do another one, but I think it's going to be pretty much the same experience. Can you smell this thing? Okay, not a lick of interest. So sweet, 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 and anise. And I remember smelling and tasting the anise oil itself. It implied a sweetness. There's something sweet just in the anise oil. And it's kind of reminding me of that, although this is all sugar and sugar components. So it does not wander off of that path. It doesn't have any development or mid palate or transitions or anything. It just goes with sweet and anise. So that's about all there is to report here. So yes, very pleasant, very enjoyable. Absolutely a thumbs up for licorice lovers who like the whole range of licorice flavors. There's no bitterness, no licorice in it, but the anise is very pleasant and nicely sweet here. So this is a very short review. We'll have a couple more candies. It'll be a little chewier, and they'll have a little more meat on the video. So look out for those and come back for more.